Subjects and verbs. Subjects and verbs are really important. Think of the subject as the noun that's doing something in the sentence, and the verb is what's happening. You can recognize the simple subject by asking who or what causes the action or expresses the state of being found in the verb. So here are some examples of simple subjects. Who is the actor, or who's acting in this sentence? The first one, my friend and I, is a compound subject. Both of them are doing the action. In the second sentence, my friend brought a present. Friend is what's doing the action. Those are the actors. The command or imperative sentence has you as the implied subject and no stated subject. This is commonly done when we tell another person what to do. Those of you who are parents and those of you who are children have definitely created sentences like these before. You may have said these today, in fact. Don't do that. Help me. Get out of here. Or get out of there. The list goes on and on. Although the subject usually appears before the verb, it may follow the verb, as in the sentences that start with there. There was justice in the verdict. Justice is the subject of this sentence. There is one question that has been bothering me. There are many problems in our world. So if you take a look at those subjects, they determine if the verb is or are, or was or were. If the subject is plural, like many problems, then the verb has to be plural too, are. Are refers to more than one, right? They are, we are. But if it's singular, like one question, you have to say there is. This is an incredibly common mistake. Most people will say there is many problems. That is absolutely incorrect and not academic English. Okay, if you want to talk like that outside of your writing environment, that's up to you. However, when you're writing in academic English or you're writing for college, you must make your subjects and verbs match. So the object of the preposition cannot be a subject. So look at this sentence. The chairperson of the department directs the discussion. What is the subject? Well, the subject is chairperson. Of the department describes that chairperson. So the object of the preposition only describes the subject more. In a way, it is part of that subject. Verbs show action or express being in relation to the subject. So action verbs are fairly easy to imagine. It is what is happening, right? So he dropped the book. He read the book. Those are the things that are happening. Being verbs indicate existence. But what exactly is being? It sounds philosophical, but it's really not that complicated. You've got the verb to be, so they are concerned, they were concerned. That's your state of being. He is my friend. His state of being is being your friend. Verbs and verb phrases are used on a regular basis. This is going to be so much fun. Look, even more verb phrases. They are everywhere. Verb phrase may be separated in a question. Oh, questions are so strange in English. Look at this one. Do you know where you are going? Look at all those verbs. You have the verbal do, which is a verb most of the time, but in the questions it's not. It's just part of a do rule for English questions. Know, and then where you are going. You've got know and are going in the same question. These are all adverbs, and they modify verbs. They are not verbs. And verbals are what we talked about just a minute ago with the do rule. Verbals are not verbs. They are verb-like words that function as other parts of speech. In this case, singing is not a verb. It's a gerund acting as a noun. Singing is fun. Now, if you say he is singing, singing becomes a verb. So it's basically a dual purpose word. It can go as a verb, it can be a noun. Very versatile. Gerunds and infinitives act as nouns all the time as we're talking. They can be nouns, they can be verbs. You have to be really careful and be able to recognize what they are. English is such a fun language. What a hoot.